Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40! Who we thought they were. That's why we took the damn field. You want to crown them? Then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. I mean, you can take a knee and try a 56-yard field goal. This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl. It is more about them than it is about the team. Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot cope with them. Can't do it. I want winners. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? I just hope we can win a game. You need to be more like a dog. We don't need a bunch of cats in here. Be a dog. We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats. We need more dogs. Strike another at the 30. And he's low. Henry is inside the 30. 20. It's my second belt. I've already got this one. Where's the second one at? My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat your children. And it is no good. He missed it. Are you kidding me? The season can't end like that. He missed it left.
I think that the NFL knows what Randy Moss has done with marijuana. And I think the NFL knows what Randy Moss does with marijuana.
Good morning. And thank you for joining me. He's questionably parked near Venice Beach. We're live, shirts versus skins, with Alistair Conrad.
Good morning indeed. Whoa, man, I'm fired up. And thank you for joining me. We got people already on Facebook Live. This is great. Super Bowl, homeboy. Oh, wow, what a day. I'm telling you, it's obviously bittersweet. By the way, welcome to Shirts v. Skins. I'm Alistair Conrad, the host. Be with you for the next hour, those of you who can stand me for that long. It's bittersweet day, obviously, just because it's the last day of football. Up until August, so we can start chatting about that, and I go into a mild depression for about the next month, and then March Madness comes on with basketball, and I'm kind of fine. But, it's, what a game. It's so funny. The whole week, I've obviously been talking with my friends, other people about this, and, it's cool in the sense that you can take it so many different avenues. You can see this game going so many different ways, and arguments on both sides, which I think is why this game is going to be as great as it is. Keep in mind, Patriots, Belichick and Brady have been to this game 6 times. Never once has this game that they have played in been more, decided by more than 4 points. So history says that this is actually going to be a really good game. Kip, I do have friends. I think I have friends, and thanks for the hair comment too. I think it's going to be a good game. There's some people thinking this is going to be a Patriots blowout. I'm telling you right now, in my gut, just my gut feeling is Falcons win this game. I know Dino, what's up, buddy? I know Dino's won the Falcons. There's obviously, I think the consensus is somewhat torn in the nation. The nation thinks Patriots are going to win the game, but the nation wants the Falcons to win the game. Everybody hates the Patriots because of past transgressions. They're always there. Keep in mind, Tom Brady has been in the league for 17 years, one of which he was injured. On the first series against Kansas City way back in 2008. So he didn't even play that whole season. So let's just say 16 years he's played. This is his 7th Super Bowl. So yeah, I get it. And yeah, Dom, 67% of the money is on the Pats. But 90% of the nation like I say, wants the Falcons to win. But Tom Brady has been almost half of his career to the Super Bowl. That's insane. I mean, think about that. And that's not even the AFC Championship, which I think he's been to 11 or something like that. I get it. People hate the Patriots, but it's the same approach I take with the Bulls, with Jordan. People hated on them because they won so much. But at the same time, you have to appreciate greatness. I'm sorry. You have to. And Tom Brady is greatness. Think about this. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick have been together for 15 years, 16 years, whatever it is. 17, 18, I don't know. I can't do the math. I'm having a tough time. Anyway, they have interchanged parts, but it makes you think that they're always there, so it seems like they've always got the same pieces. Brady and Belichick are the only two constants in the last 16, 17, 18 years. Yet they still have been to 7 Super Bowls. This will be their 7th. Interchangeable parts. Peyton Manning always had Edgerrin James, Marvin Harrison. Troy Aikman had Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Alvin Harper, that defense, that offensive line. Kip, that was a good one. Longer than all the Kardashian marriages combined. Exactly. That's a good one, Kip. That really is. But I think it's amazing to me to be able to actually think about how impressive this run is, with those two being the only constants. Granted, in the first 3 Super Bowls, they actually, had a lot of same parts, with the defense, mainly. They were winning Super Bowls on offense with Troy Brown, Deion Branch, Antoine Smith, I think, was the running back, so Corey Dillon in the third one, obviously, which, we'll get to LeGarrette Blount here shortly. I'm just saying, people, I get it. You hate the Patriots, and that's fine. That's fine, whatever. But at the same time, there has to be a part of you that respects them. Just like and Dom, I saw that. I saw it. The Patriots cheat. Yeah, you know what? They got caught. It's like seriously, it's like people who cheat in a relationship. Are those the ones who get caught cheating in a relationship? Are those the only people who cheat? No, sorry. And I hate to put a spin on it like that, but that's the fact. They unfortunately got caught. Everybody does it. Everybody tries to get an advantage in sport. If that's taping, if that's doing things like that, Deflategate, that I don't even think about that. That's just so stupid. It bothers me. I can't think about that. Spying, taping, everybody does it. I don't care. And if you don't think people do that, then you're just naive. You're just naive. You're living in La La Land, because that's the fact. Everybody tries to get an advantage, and that's the way it is. That's the way it is. They got caught, so be it. Everybody, it's just like Tiger Woods, and I've said this a million times. When Tiger Woods got busted, banging all them hookers, everybody comes out of the woodwork. Everybody. And is just blasting Tiger. How dare he? How dare he? Oh, poor Ellen. Meanwhile, most of the people banging on Tiger are doing it themselves. Everybody, it's easier to throw stones than it is to look in the mirror. And so therefore it is. Patriots, yeah, they cheated. They got caught. Everybody did it. Everybody deflates footballs. Again, what they have done year after year is better than everybody else. And that's just it. And they've done it with interchangeable parts. That's the thing that is mind-blowing and so impressive. They've done it with interchangeable parts. You know, granted, yes, Brady has had Welker and Moss. You know, think about that. That's it. He had Moss for a year and a half. He had Welker for a little bit. You know, but Welker is not your number one receiver. Welker is like Edelman, like Chris Hogan, Danny Amendola. They win with what they got, and nobody has done it better than Tom Brady. Nobody. You know, and so like I say, hate on him if you want. I don't care. I don't care. I'm a Vikings fan, but at the same time, I still love how the Patriots go about it. And Dom, you're right. I saw that about the Spurs. The Spurs are a very, very good equivalent. San Antonio Spurs basketball, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, are a very good equivalent. Alabama football is a very good equivalent. Not surprisingly that Nick Saban is a descendant of the Belichick tree. But Popovich and San Antonio, absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know, hate on them if you want. That's fine. They're going for their 7th Super Bowl together. And like I said, Montana always had Jerry Rice, you know, always had the best offensive line, great defenses, so forth. Elway had his stalwarts. Aikman had his stalwarts. It's just so unbelievably impressive what the Patriots do. Interchangeable parts at every position. Look at what they've done this year on defense. They traded away Jamie Collins and Chandler Jones, their 2 best linebackers, which, by the way, could bite them in the ass today. They could. That's one of my 3 keys for Atlanta. But what I'm getting at is it's a system. They have a system. People come in. No one else in the league has that. Nobody. And that's all Belichick. Everybody knows their role. Everyone else in sport, not just football, tries to mimic what the Patriots do, but nobody can because it's a culture that you have to cultivate and get everybody who goes there to buy in. And if they don't, you're on the next train out. Bye. You're on the next train out. So, a lot to get to today. Thank you for joining me. First, though, I want to touch base real quickly. I'll get back to the Super Bowl, obviously. But last night, the awards show happened. Matt Ryan won the league MVP. Interesting stat to know. Moss for 4 years. I don't know about that, Dom. Was he there for 4 years? You'll have to look that up and verify that. 4 years for Moss sounds a lot. They got him in 2007 from Oakland, and he ended up being there. He came to the Vikings in 2010. So I'll give you 3. I'll give you 3, maybe 2.5. No, let's go 3. But Matt Ryan won the MVP last night. It wasn't 2011, Dom. It was 2010 year where the Vikings imploded with Favre. It was 2010. Anyway, the Matt Ryan gets the MVP. Not since 99. Huge stat. Not since 99, and Kurt Warner with the Rams and the greatest show on turf, who barely won that Super Bowl by a foot with Kevin Dyson and the Tennessee Titans. Not since 99 has the MVP also won the Super Bowl. Now, and there's seriously a weird dynamic that goes with that too. Matt Ryan wins the MVP the night before the Super Bowl. I don't know. I think that's a weird dynamic, and I don't know exactly how to explain it. I just feel like it's an interesting dynamic of, you know, it kind of gives the defense for the Patriots a little bit extra mojo, a little bit extra, you know, juju to go out and be like, oh yeah, really? Yeah, he's the MVP, huh? Sweet. Let's just do everything in our power to make him look like shit. You know, and beat them down. That is, in my head, that's, you know, if I'm part of the New England defense, that's what I'm thinking. I'm in my head, I'm thinking, Wow, really? Okay. All right, Matt Ryan's the MVP. And I mean, I get how it was somewhat kind of a foregone conclusion, but even so, that gives extra oomph to a defense. At least it would me. It would me. So kudos to him though. That's good. The one that kills me, and you guys, those of you who have watched this, understand. You've heard me talk about it before. I'm not taking anything away from Dak Prescott, but Dak Prescott won the Offensive Rookie of the Year last night, and he won over his teammate Ezekiel Elliott, and it's bothersome. Because without Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott doesn't have the season that he had. And without that offensive line, Ezekiel Elliott doesn't have the year that he has. Everybody, I just don't understand. I'm not that smart. I'm not. Sometimes I am. But I just don't understand how people don't get that Dak is the beneficiary of a mind-blowing offensive line and an unbelievable running back in Ezekiel Elliott. I don't get it. Dak Prescott, there are so many other quarterbacks in the league who would demolish. And I'm not taking anything away from Dak, especially last night, the wanting to cut the trophy in half. Very humble. I love that. He seems to be a really good kid. And that's great. But it doesn't take away the fact that he's lucky. Put him on Cleveland and see how great Dak Prescott is. See if he would have won the Offensive Rookie of the Year award. That's all I'm saying. Ezekiel Elliott is lucky too, but he's much more important to that offense than Dak Prescott was. Good God, it just kills me. It kills me. I don't understand. I don't get it. Oh man, I don't get it. I don't understand, and maybe I just say I never will. So that is what happened, with that, and it just kills me. One last thing, Hall of Fame. I can't remember exactly. Hold on a sec. Who went? I know it was Tomlinson and that other guy. God dang it, Terrell Davis. Which I have an issue with. Kurt Warner. No, Kurt Warner's already in. I can't remember now. I lost it. God, dang it. Hold on, it could be somewhere, actually. I don't know. Tomlinson, Warner, Terrell Davis, selected for Hall. Yeah. Tomlinson, obvious. Kurt Warner, yes. Terrell Davis? I'm telling you, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I get the fact that when he was good, he was super, super good, right? Amen. I get it. But he didn't do it for that long. And I'm telling you right now, I know Gale Sayers only, dominated for 6 years. Terrell Davis is no Gale Sayers. All right? Can we all just agree on that real quick? He obviously is not Gale Sayers. So I do have an issue with Terrell Davis. Obviously, Tomlinson and Warner for sure. But I just... thank you, Dom. I 100% agree. You put Terrell Davis in, you put Priest Holmes in. Is it because Terrell Davis played Super Bowls? Is that the case? They went back-to-back in Super Bowls. Is that, the thing that puts him over compared to Priest Holmes? Because stat-wise, it's not even close. Priest Holmes was a beast for about the same amount of time. And, a touchdown machine, so on and so forth. He was insane. So yeah, 100% agree. I don't, how deep down you will feel like, oh yeah, Hall of Fame, for sure. Hall of Fame. Terrell Davis, I don't know. I think about that, and I don't agree. I don't agree. That's just the way it is. What's up, Mike? This is live. You are live, yes. So therefore, I just don't agree. Look at this, put it this way. Terrell Davis over Terrell Owens? That is what? See, that's the type of stuff that just bothers me. I have serious issues with that situation right there. Terrell Davis over Terrell Owens. Really? I mean, oh my God, Terrell Owens, heaven forbid, he only did it for 15 years or whatever he did. Dominant. I mean, dominant. And it's just, what, because he has off-field transgressions, people are going to, doubt him? Oh, God, it just, whatever. It bothers me. So, yeah, Terrell Davis, kudos to you. You definitely do not belong there. I'm sorry to be a dick, but you don't. Not over Terrell Owens. And next year, Ray Lewis, by the way, is going to go in. And Ray Lewis, talk about past transgressions. Terrell Owens never came up on murder charges, last I checked, and those two have arguably equal NFL careers, offensive, versus defensive, but even so, Terrell Owens deserves it. Terrell Davis, not so much. So anyway, I wanted to touch on those two things before getting back to the Super Bowl. I will say, the one thing that is, and I don't have a doctor on the show, obviously, but something that is just incredible to me is Alex Mack. He's going to play the center for the Falcons, the do-everything center, the off-season, acquisition from Cleveland, the free agent signing who solidified that line and, really, really knows that offensive zone blocking scheme, which Kyle Shanahan got from his dad, Mike, from Denver, that Terrell Davis utilized so well. But he's got a fractured fibula. Somebody has to tell me how you can play on a fractured fibula. I don't get it. Supposedly he practiced fine. But I'm telling you right now, that is one of the keys to the Falcons' success today. I've got 3 keys for each team. And to me, Alex Mack with a fractured fibula, oh my God, all I can think about is, him getting rolled up on, which I guess, that can happen all the time, even if you're not playing on a fractured fibula. And Dom, I get it, bud. You're absolutely right. Jack Youngblood, Rams, he did it too in a Super Bowl. But I think you can go back and look at that game. I think I did a while back. His effectiveness in that game, I don't think was very good, if I remember correctly. I could be completely wrong and misremembering this, but I think he had a pretty rough day. Alex Mack is the pressure that he is going to be putting on that leg today. Ouch. Dom says he's got a plate near the fracture which is helping. So, a plate on the outside or the inside. It's not like they did surgery and stuck a plate in there. I'm assuming it's on the outside. Hey, he practiced. He looks good. Dan Quinn says he's got the same explosiveness and agility and whatnot, maneuverability that he's that he always plays with. So that is massive. I'm telling you right now, the Falcons, it's unbelievable to think, and especially being a Vikings fan, that Atlanta has played with the same offensive line, no injuries, the whole season. Vikings had 8 different offensive line groupings in 16 games. I mean, that's unfortunate, number one. Just not seen very regularly, more than anything. So the Falcons, it's very impressive. They've got the same offensive line the whole year, and Alex Mack is by far the most important piece to that. So that's a biggie. Alex Mack needs to play how he has been playing. And Dom, thank you. Previous surgery, he's got a plate in there protecting it, but he's still got a fracture in it. So basically, the screws in the plate, it's like me. I've got a plate and 5 screws in my foot from getting hit on my motorcycle. So basically, it's like re-breaking the metatarsal in my top of my foot, but it's just being held together by the plate and the screws so it doesn't fall apart. If that is how I'm understanding it. It's fractured. It's fractured. So that's what is, holding it together. Wow, right on. Right on. So Alex Mack is obviously, key number one to me. Number two, Falcons need on offense. I just talked about earlier that the Patriots got rid of Jamie Collins and Chandler Jones. Two very, very athletic linebackers who were decent covering running backs out of the backfield. They trade both of those guys. They get rid of them. They replace them with Kyle Van Noy from, I think, Detroit or somewhere. And then, some other dude. Ninkovich. Excuse me. All I'm saying is the Falcons, with all the weapons that they have on offense, they need to expose the Patriots linebackers. To me, that is very, very important. No doubt, very, very important. I think that is a no-brainer. I don't think that's the most... I will get... My third key is the most important key, but I think Atlanta on offense, aside from Alex Mack playing up to his capability, I think Atlanta would be wise to expose the Patriots linebackers in the pass game. Patriots are number one against the rush or something like that. I don't think Atlanta's going to have a lot of success running the football, even though they have during the season. But being able to utilize Tevin Coleman, Devontae Freeman out of the backfield, I think that is where Atlanta has by far the biggest advantage. And the third key, and I think it's a no-brainer, and it's very obvious, but the Patriots have lost 2 Super Bowls, both to the Giants, both for basically the same reason, and I'm not talking about the 2 of the luckiest catches in the history of the NFL. But the defensive lines got after Tom Brady, both of them for the Giants, and that is how you beat the Patriots. It's common sense. It's not a secret. That's just how you go about beating them. And so you have to be able to get to Brady. And if the Falcons can do that, I think Falcons win this football game. It's not only Tom Brady. The best quarterbacks in the world for the history of this league, once they are pressured too much, they get frazzled. Look at Matthew Stafford. Last year, both times he played the Vikings. Not this year, unfortunately. Last year, both times. He was so scared, he was just throwing balls up because he was getting hit so much. And that's what happens to Brady and Peyton and Marino and Montana and everybody. Once you hit a quarterback, it doesn't matter, be it Favre or Rodgers or anybody. And that is what the Giants were able to do. Atlanta, Dan Quinn, head coach, is trying very hard to make the Falcons into Seattle point 2.0, and which is obvious. They're small, they're fast, they tackle really well, but it behooves them to be able to pressure and get after Brady. Now, the biggest thing about Quinn trying to make the Falcons Seattle, they don't have the personnel yet. Mind you, they've got 4 rookies starting on defense. 4. They've got 3 second-year players. 7 out of 11 players on the Atlanta defense is either a first-year rookie or second year. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. They beat Russell Wilson. They beat Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs in Atlanta. Big home field advantage down there. I'm not saying that it's not impressive, but, their defense is super young, going against arguably the best quarterback in the history of football. Not taking anything away from Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers, but they are not Tom Brady, and Tom Brady knows what you're doing. And so all I'm saying is you will be able to neutralize Brady's effectiveness and his field generalship and smarts by hitting him and being aggressive. In the college football championship this year, in the first quarter, the first couple plays of that game, Alabama went after Deshaun Watson and hit him, and you could tell he was gun shy at first. Obviously, they came back, they won that football game. But at first, they hit him. They made it a point to hit him. And so therefore, that to me is everything in this game. Second, it's a tie. I think Alex Mack, that's big. If he's playing with a fractured fibula, that's tough, man. God, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. And then I think Atlanta exposing Patriots linebackers. So those are my 3 keys for the Falcons. More importantly than anything, disrupt Tom Brady, and you have a great chance to win the football game. 3 keys for the Patriots. Number 1, I said it when the Falcons and Green Bay played 2 weeks ago. Green Bay, the only chance Green Bay had to win that game, and Dom, I'm agreeing with you, the only chance Green Bay had to win that game was to play time control, clock control, and run the football. Atlanta, like Seattle, is not the biggest on the defensive line. This season against the run, they weren't that impressive. You can run on Atlanta. And for whatever reason, well, I know why, Mike McCarthy, the coach of the Packers, stubborn as anybody apparently, did not stick to the run. They ran it the first play of the game against the Falcons, got 4 yards, and then didn't run it for 12 more times. And then on the third time they ran it was the Ripkowski fumble. And then they definitely went away from it. I'm telling you right now, you can have success running the football against Atlanta. Not only will you have success against them, but because of that success, you get to play clock management and suck the clock and be able to keep Atlanta's offense off the field. It is paramount. It's paramount that you do not try and get into a scoring competition with Atlanta. I'm telling you, basketball is the best, example. When you got Golden State and somebody tries to sit there and, go shot for shot with Golden State, generally comes out bad. And as the Falcons sit right now, they are playing really, really good offensive football. Matt Ryan, the 6 games leading up to the Super Bowl, has 133.3 passer rating, 18 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Third down efficiency in the playoffs for the Falcons right now he's 20 of 22 on third down. 15 first downs, 3 touchdowns. They're doing really, really good on offense. It's probably wise to keep them off the field. Patriots have LeGarrette Blount, rushed for 1,200 yards, 19 touchdowns. He is the Corey Dillon of this year's Patriots. That is what they need to do to keep Falcons off the field. It is as simple as that. As simple as it is for the Falcons to get to Tom Brady and disrupt him on passing downs and hit him and make him uncomfortable, the same level of importance is the Patriots running the football. I'm telling you, you have to be able to you have to run the football against Atlanta. You have to play clock management. And look, what's amazing is the Patriots are the 4th ranked offense in the NFL. So it's not as though Patriots are obviously have a terrible offense, but they have the ability to do things that other teams didn't do against the Falcons. The Packers should have. They should have stuck with the run. In Atlanta, especially on the road, NFC Championship game, you stick to the run if you can do it. Falcons are not the best. They want you to pass. Teams this year against Atlanta have had to pass against them, which opens it up for Vic Beasley, 15.5 sacks, league leader. That's that is what you do. Atlanta gets up early on you. Both of these two teams are 1-2 in opening drives and first quarter scoring. Atlanta, by the way, they're on a stretch of eight straight games. 8 straight opening drives scoring. There's a touchdown. Not just field goals. Touchdowns. Brian, I'm going to watch the game at the Mullet, the Rusty Mullet in Hollywood, with all my Packer friends who I've been hanging out with this year watching football. A little pre-tailgate over at one of their places. It should be an awesome time. But so therefore, Patriots, they have to, as good as their offense is, they are lucky in the sense that they have the opportunity to do what others didn't do. And as stubborn as Mike McCarthy is for the Packers, that was the Achilles heel, not going through, not following through. Matt, what's up, buddy? Just talking about you, babe. We are going to try not to get blackout today. I'd like to actually see the second half of the game. So we'll do our best not to get shithoused too early. But, so therefore, yes, Falcons, 8 straight games, opening drive touchdowns. It's just impressive. So therefore, Patriots, you got to be able to neutralize that, and running the football will do that. So that's key number 1. Key number 2, it's obvious, and it kind of ties in with the Falcons, but you have to keep Brady clean. You have to. Belichick has got to know, everybody knows that like I say, the one determining factor of this game today is keeping Brady upright. And for the Falcons, it's not. It's getting to Brady, getting him on the ground, hitting him. So, yes, Patriots, you have to keep Brady clean. And I will say this, on the sacks that the Patriots have taken this year, 44% of them have come from up the middle. Tom Brady is very good with an outside rush. He just steps up in the pocket, he has that pocket awareness like nobody else, and delivers the ball. If you get that inside pressure, and by the way, that is what the Giants did both times to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, got inside pressure more than anything from Justin Tuck, who had 4 sacks in both of those Super Bowls. Not each, total. And that is what the Falcons will have to do. That means Minnesota Gopher Rashid Hageman needs to get some inside pressure. I don't know if he can or not. I don't know. But that is what the Falcons need to do. Still put Vic Beasley outside, have him go around, but you'll need to get inside pressure to do that. And if you do not get to Brady, game over. They still need to run the football, but if you don't get to Brady and you give him time, good luck. Good luck. Yeah, Falcons are going to run a lot of stunts and twists. Yeah, and they should. Absolutely. I agree, Dom. They absolutely should. That is what inside pressure on any quarterback. Football, I've said 1,000 times, isn't that difficult. You just have to be able to disrupt an offense from your defense. And on offense, you need to be able to run the football and keep your quarterback clean. It's really easy. It's really easy. But that is it. Keep Brady clean. And then third for me, Patriots had the number 1 run defense. Granted, their slate of teams that they played this year are pretty terrible. But even so, you need to stop the run. You have to stop the run, and then you have to, and this is I know it's a twofer in my third key. You have to stop the run, and you have to do your best to just do whatever you can to make Julio Jones not beat you. Stop him however you need. I just don't know what, if you need to bracket him. Obviously, the rhetoric, it's old, but it's true. Bill Belichick will take away your greatest strength. And for the Falcons, arguably that is Julio Jones, but there is so many others on that offense that can beat you. I said it in one of the keys for the Falcons. Falcons, it's real easy for them. In my opinion, it's real easy. Patriots are going to take away Julio Jones. They're going to. They're good against the run. So granted, that leaves you Mohamed Sanu still. You got Taylor Gabriel, to go up against the other D-backs on the Patriots. But the Falcons need to utilize Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman out of the backfield. Get them on the safeties. Get them on the linebackers. If I'm Kyle Shanahan, that is numero uno on my list of how to beat the Patriots today. Matt says, hey, buddy, we could put together 11 guys from the mullet and play better defense than Green Bay. Big bet on Atlanta and the over. So, yeah, I agree, Matt. I agree. Dom says, can they stop Julio? I think not. He's uncoverable. Hey, well, I'll put it this way. The Vikings were able to neutralize, the best receivers in the league. Be it Odell Beckham or, the list actually goes on and I can't think about it right now. But Vikings did very good this year neutralizing really, really good receivers. Julio Jones is, obviously mind-blowing, but it is possible. It's just when you neutralize him, and they can put a corner on him and bracket over the safety. I mean, that is all you have to do is double cover him all day, albeit that leaves 9 guys to cover 10. And so it's simple math, I think. Your other guys have to win their one-on-one matchups. If you're double teaming Julio, then the rest of the guys have to produce. And like I say, there's nothing easier than Tevin Coleman or Taylor Gabriel beating one-on-one coverage. That's just fact. I'm telling you, I don't think the third corner or the fourth corner on Patriots can cover Taylor Gabriel. I don't. I mean, I don't think Mohamed Sanu is all that great. He's a serviceable number 2. I wouldn't say he's, phenomenal, but he's good. So I don't necessarily think I would call that a draw. Whatever corner they're going to put on Sanu, I don't know. And, a lot of talk has been how they're going to put Rowe on Julio and then put a safety over the top and bracket and put Malcolm Butler on Mohamed Sanu, which makes a lot of sense. It does. I just don't necessarily know I don't know. Do you want to take your best cover corner off of Sanu? I mean, I don't know if Malcolm Butler is as good as Xavier Rhodes from the Vikings, but the Vikings felt more than comfortable just having Xavier Rhodes, who had a Pro Bowl season. I don't know. I don't know if they feel comfortable enough just putting Malcolm Butler on Julio. That would be a bad thing, I think. Julio Jones and Malcolm Butler, not only does he have like a strength position on him, but the guy's like 5 inches taller than Malcolm Butler. I just don't see that happening. Xavier Rhodes is, 6'1", something like that. Measures up a little bit better. But yeah, I agree, Dom. It's a huge size mismatch. Where Rowe is, I think Rowe is 6 foot. And then to have the help over the top, I don't know. I think that is the way to do it. And then have Malcolm Butler be on Mohamed Sanu. And then, I still think the Falcons have the best advantage. I would give Tevin Coleman 10 catches today. I swear to God, I would. And I'd mix it up with Freeman too. I'd hit Tevin Coleman out of the backfield like it was Terrell Owens and his 20 catch, record game or whatever. I really would. Because I don't see how they're going to stop it. I really don't. Even with putting Rowe and on Julio and somebody over the top, Butler on Sanu, you still got Taylor Gabriel in the slot, and I don't necessarily know who's going to cover him or whatnot, but Tevin Coleman, you're going to have on a linebacker then. And if it's Kyle Van Noy, I mean, it's stupid to even talk about. Why wouldn't you do that? You want to simplify things in football, and that is the simplest form of execution you can possibly have. I just think it's a no-brainer. I really do. And I think it's interesting because the whole season the Patriots have gotten by with with the linebackers that they have, because it doesn't seem as though anybody has attacked them the way that the Falcons should attack them today. I don't know. Yeah, Dom, I'm telling you, I saw that. Gabriel 66-1 for MVP, and it could. It could. You know who I think is another one if the Patriots win it? Could be Malcolm Mitchell. Everybody obviously is talking about Chris Hogan, and, Edelman and Martellus Bennett possibly. Malcolm Mitchell had a stretch there at the end of the season that was actually really impressive, the go-to guy. And you never know, Michael Floyd, he could actually do something. It doesn't seem like he's going to, but Malcolm Mitchell could be that guy. But that's the greatest part about this game, is it not? Think about what we're talking about here. We've got so many options for both teams. I bet the under today. I got under 58, and the only reason I did it is because it's only been 2 times since 2000 that it has gone over. And I just don't see it happening, but the more I think about it, the Patriots, number one, the Falcons defense isn't that good. It's not. If they don't get to the quarterback, you can run on them, you can throw on them. I mean, they're really not that good. The Patriots are the number one scoring defense in the league, but if you look at the Patriots' opponents this year, it's a garbage dumpster fire. It's terrible. And so I feel like this could really go over. I almost want to hedge my bet. I really do. And just go, bet the over, because this has the potential. I just don't think there's defensively, I don't think you have enough options to stop the offense. Unless one of these two teams can get after the quarterback, that's the only way I think you're going to disrupt these defenses. And I really do believe the first series for both teams is going to speak volumes of how this goes, scoring-wise. Now, there is exceptions to the rule, and I guess maybe I can actually only think of one, in the sense of the Panthers and the Patriots, when it was scoreless going into the 2-minute warning, and then all of a sudden they both explode. I think most points scored within the 2-minute warning in Super Bowl history, and then it ends up Vinatieri, field goal to win it, 32-29 after it was 0-0 with the 2-minute warning. So it was intriguing how that took place, but it's exception, not the rule. And so therefore I'm going under, but at the same time, I just got done saying you've got all these weapons on both sides. The defenses do not have enough people to cover them. So I'm just thinking the over might actually be the way to go. And everybody's wanting to take the under. That's the other side that scares me. Is that, there's no way they get to 58. No way, like 30 to 28. Yeah, that actually is, the more I think about it, that actually is pretty easy. And Dom, I see that. I saw that yesterday. Brady, the 6 Super Bowls that Brady has been in with the Patriots, they have yet to score in the first quarter of any of those games. Yet they've won all of them. I would like to know how many they were down in the first quarter. Obviously not against the Panthers because it was scoreless at zeros. But I'd like to know how many of the 6 they were actually down and came back. Dom, if you could look that up, that'd be awesome. Because think about that. How crazy is that? 6 Super Bowls, not one score in any of the first quarters for the Patriots, yet they still won all. Well, no, I'm sorry, they didn't win all 6. They won 4. But I wonder how many they were down. That has to change today. I do not see the Patriots defense stopping the Falcons. I mean, well, again, I said at the beginning of the show, I go back and forth all the time thinking about how this game is going to unfold. I can see, and only because it's been proven by Belichick in the history, in the Super Bowl history, that you can take away the one of the greatest offenses in the history of football and win. 1990, Belichick was the D coordinator. Nimmy, sweetie, I can't believe you're tuning in. Hi, sweetie. Anyway, so Belichick in 90, right, was the D coordinator for the Giants. They're going up against the Bills, who at the time are, famously got that K-gun offense, and they're ripping up the league, ripping up points, and because of a Scott Norwood missed field goal, they lose, but they only scored 19 points in that Super Bowl. Bills lose to the Giants 20-19. Fast forward 11 years, and you got the Patriots and the Rams. It's the Brady's first Super Bowl, and the Rams are coming in. They're the greatest show on turf. They're throwing up tons of points. And what happens? They lose. They score 17 points. Brady and Belichick win that game, but Belichick's defense, he comes up with a scheme to stop all those parts. Remember that offense for the Rams. Not only Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Oz Hakeem, Ricky Prohl. I'm telling you, the list of how many weapons that they had, it's insane to think about, right? So there's that part of me that looks at Atlanta's offense, and I'm thinking, there's no way you can stop this offense, but Belichick has proven 2 times in the history of Super Bowls that, yeah, you can. You can, And so, therefore, I don't see Atlanta stopping New England. I don't. Not at all. Like I say, the biggest key to this game is Atlanta getting to Tom Brady. If you do not get to Tom Brady, you're dead. You're dead in the water. And that's it. It's the only chance Atlanta has because they don't stop the run very well, and their pass defense isn't that good either. So if they don't get to the quarterback, they win games by outscoring people. That's just what they do. Atlanta's offense is that good. But we've seen it time and time again in Super Bowls. And Dom, I agree with you, bud. I agree. Martz, keep in mind, Mike Martz, a lot like Mike McCarthy, 2 weeks ago against the Falcons, did it all wrong. I said 2 weeks ago the Packers had to run the football to beat the Falcons, and they ran it 3 times in the first 20 plays. Idiots. Idiots. It's not that difficult sometimes. This game is not that difficult. But Mike Martz did the same thing, man. I get it. I know. But on the biggest stage, sometimes you can get a little skewed, and you can lose things. And so that is why the Falcons need to be able to do the things that they've done well all season and not try and get too cute. Meanwhile, you've got Belichick on the other side, who's probably the best coach in the history of football, schematically unbelievable, and takes away the things you do best. Obviously, that's rhetoric. Everybody knows that. But it's true. It's true. That's what they do. And they will take you out of your plan. And you, Kyle Shanahan, and Atlanta need to figure out on the fly if something's not working, if they're taking away what you're doing best. You have to figure out what you need to do on the fly because Belichick and company are doing it on the fly. The beauty of the Patriots is that week to week, they chameleon. Every week they're a snowflake. They're so pretty. They're just a snowflake because they're different every week, especially on offense. Defensively, they'll do what they need to do to take away your biggest strength and what you do best. Offensively, it's incredible. It's incredible. They literally are a snowflake. Each week, it's different. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. And it's incredible because you watch other football teams, be it college, pros, whatever. They generally have, they have an identity. They've got a character about them. They're going to Tennessee is going to run the football. They're going to try and play good defense, but they're running the football. You know, for the most part, the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, they're going to throw it around. But the Patriots will do whatever they need to do each week and change it up and do what they need to do. Granted, for the most part, they win by passing and win by Tom Brady. But if they have to do something different, they do, and they do it especially well. I'm so excited. I'm telling you, it is such an amazing game today. I don't know. I'm like a kid. I'm giddy. I'm just super, super giddy right now because I'm expecting a really good game. And the reason more than anything is because, like I say, the 6 Super Bowls that Belichick and Brady have been in, none of them have been decided by more than 4 points. So history says this is going to be a really, really good game, a really close game. All that means, though, is it going to be close, high scoring, or is it going to be close, low scoring? Is Atlanta actually going to psych themselves out? That's the biggest thing. Are they going to actually go away once Patriots do what they always do and kind of take away what you do best? It's on those other teams to reinvent themselves on the fly. And can the Falcons do that? I said it, aside from them getting to Brady, which is by far the most important, on offense, they need to utilize the running backs against the linebackers in the passing game. You have to do that. Patriots got by all year without Chandler Jones and Jamie Collins, 2 of the best athletic linebackers in the league that they traded away, and they got by because the other teams that they played did not expose the linebackers for New England. Atlanta is a perfect team to be able to do this. But they have to do it. You know, I said 2 weeks ago, Green Bay needs to run the football to beat the Falcons, or at least to have a chance to beat the Falcons. And Mike McCarthy, stubborn, just like you said, Dom, just like Mike Martz back in 2001, stubborn. And they did not run the football, and what happened? Falcons walked them. Falcons need to utilize Tevin Coleman against Kyle Van Noy and Rob Ninkovich. You know, 2 white, slow linebackers. Just the way it is. That's reality. And they have to be able to do it. If they do not do that and get away from and try and force feed certain things, they'll lose this football game. I don't see the Patriots being stopped on offense. Like I say, if anybody gets stopped on offense, as crazy as it sounds, it's the Falcons. Just because Patriots have that history. Belichick has that history of stopping the best offenses in the history of the league. He did it in 90 against Jim Kelly and the Buffalo Bills when he was D coordinator at the Giants. He did it in 2001. And granted, Mike Martz helped him, but the Patriots still came out that day and did unbelievable things on defense to stop the Rams' offense.
90 seconds.
Does that happen today? That is what is... I don't see the Patriots, and that is the only thing I can see about a blowout. Anybody who's talking blowout, I can't see the Falcons blowing out the Patriots. I can't. Falcons don't have that good a defense unless they get to Brady. I think the Patriots score on the Falcons. Can the Falcons keep it up? This is it. I don't even know. And I don't know. I'm just so excited. 60 seconds left. My prediction. My gut tells me Atlanta. It really does. The only thing that scares me is Atlanta's defense. 4 rookies, 3 second years. You're over half of your starters on defense being your first or second year playing against the best quarterback to ever walk the planet. And you're telling me that, you're gonna have a chance. I'm telling you, I don't see good things for Falcons defense. I see Patriots My gut tells me Falcons. I don't know why, but I see Patriots winning this game. I just do. And I see them winning probably something like 31-25. I'm going to go 31-25. Patriots over the Falcons. Dom's got it 28-24.
10 seconds.
I'm excited! Let's go! Let's go! All right. Thanks for joining me. I'm Alistair, Shirts v Skins, Super Bowl homeboy. Have a good time today. I'm out. Oh! I am stoked. I'm so stoked. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Good turnout in the Facebook chat. It's always, it's always fun. Super Bowl show is always fun. I always get the biggest turnout on Blog Talk Radio, Facebook Live. A lot of people tuned in, showed up. I'm jacked. It's only 9 o'clock here. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. Out in Los Angeles. By the way, LA, it's overcast and gray. It's overcast and gray in Houston. So at least they've got a roof. We don't have a roof here, but I'm going to be hitting up some friends here in about 3 hours for pregame, little tailgate. So I hope you guys have an awesome day. Enjoy it. I know everybody. It's so funny. Everybody's like, "Go Falcons! Go Falcons! Go Patriots!" Have an awesome day.